All right. Hello, hello. Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our weekly wrap up stream. Sorry, I had myself muted for you, Will, but not for anyone else, just for you, as is tradition. So let's do a little clicky clicky of these settings real quick. Let me see if I can fix this. Boop. Okay, should be good now. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our Friday stream where we talk about, I guess, what's top of mind for us. And today's a special day because not only are we going to do our stream conversation, we're also going to dive into campaign 3 of Critical Role, episode 96 today. We had said we wanted to occasionally do a little live stream on our deep dive discussion. So you all will be joining us today, and feel free to ask any questions related to that episode once we get into chatting about it. So in the meantime, for our live stream, if you have any questions or comments about D&D, Critical Role, Worlds Beyond Number, games in general, movies, whatever, you're welcome to ask that as well, and we'll address it. So, Will, my friend, how are you today?
I'm good, man. It's a little dreary Friday. I don't know if that's way in your neck of the woods over there, but I can't complain. Happy it's the
Yes,
weekend.
it is dreary, and my neighbor called me this morning to come kill a snake in her backyard.
What?
Yeah, because she's like 65 and
Okay,
calls
that
me
makes
for
more
like,
sense.
yeah. It's just a dude in his 40s.
Yeah.
I'm like, can you put a shirt on, by the way? So, and
How
actually,
did that go?
to be continued. Someone keeps knocking on my door. My dog's going crazy. So, one sec.
All right. Now you're all left with me. Oh, dog barks. So, little update from me. I know at least Glim was there. I started playing a game called Haunty yesterday, and I got soft locked, but I've gotten in touch with the developers and we got a back and forth. So I'm hoping that we can get that resolved. Cool game. Larissa was also there for a little bit. I don't know if she's in here right now, but I was pretty bummed because we were like 6 hours in before we got soft locked. So I'm hoping I can finish it. What if Blake just never came back? Actually, really quick while we've got some time here. Blake and I did not discuss how we were going to record this, considering we're doing the podcast as well. So let me just get this going to make sure I at least have something here. All right. Did anybody watch the Candela last night? I wasn't able to, but it was the live show, I think. I presume. Curious how long it was. Rose, you did? It was good? I have no doubts. I really was excited to see Carrie Payton in that environment. Also, y'all, I got I don't know, I think I mentioned this in the Discord. But I got tickets to the LA live show for C3. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make that happen. So I may have to attempt to find somebody else to like sell them to. So obviously, if any of you guys are interested, you would have first dibs. But I'm still pulling strings. Hopefully can make it happen, but plane tickets aren't cheap. Oh, really, Kendra? That's interesting. What about it was have you watched all of the other Candelas? I know Rose, I I wanted to go, obviously. So I was like, let me just get tickets and then maybe it'll work out and hopefully I can just like sell them back if nothing else happens. It was a bit impulsive. Probably shouldn't have done it, but we'll see.
All right. Sorry.
You're good.
It's like, is he ever coming back? You know? Goodness. This dude came to my door and I did what everyone does. I hid in my office, you know, and pretend I wasn't here.
Right.
But he just kept knocking on the door. So I was like,
was he like a salesman or something?
yeah, he's a sales guy. And he was trying to, bro. I mean, I credit to the hustle for people who are willing to go door to door.
Respect.
But also there's like a line where you're like, and that's
kind of take no for an answer.
That's my point. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. There was this moment where I tried to be very candid because, you know, for door to door salespeople, their money's made in like the number of doors they knock on. So I was trying to save him time, you know, which I've had friends who've been like, yeah, I'll invite them in and just like, you know, hear them out just to give them some appreciation. And I'm like, no, you're actually wasting their time. So I led immediately with, hey man, I'm not interested. And he just like, he doubled down until he wanted to cut my grass. And I was like, man, I'm good. And he's like, well, how much would it take to cut it right now? And it's raining. You can't cut the grass in the rain. So I was like, man, I'm actually not interested. Thank you. And he's like, 50 to cut it right now? 45? And I was like, I'm good. I'm good. And then he was like, all right, well, how about your neighbors? Like, which ones of them should I go? And I'm like, I don't know, dude. Like, anyway, so.
Why are you talking to me?
Anyway, so that's like the long version of me just being like, goodness, I'm like on a stream and I can't finish this convo. So anyhow.
Well, real quick, do you have any, how do we want to do this for like the recording?
I think we'll do our stream and then I'll restart the stream. So it's a separate.
Okay.
So it's a separate thing.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure I like had which I could always just go in and like edit it, but I didn't know if we would have like a stop where I could just, for recording the podcast, I could then just start.
Yeah. So I'll restart the stream and that'll give you a chance to also restart. The only thing on my end is I can't record and live stream at the same time.
That's fine. But you'll have this though, right?
I will, but YouTube won't let you download it until 24 hours later.
Okay.
I don't know why they do that, but
that's fine then. I just want to make sure that.
But we can download this. Yeah, we can download this. It just takes a day before they'll let you. So,
all right, that's cool. Yeah, just let me know whenever. I mean, I guess I'll know, but
anyhow,
whenever we're starting the pod.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, it's Friday. You know what? My man Will, you've had a little bit of a revitalizing. You're back streaming again. You're back on that indie kick.
Yeah. That's been this week. Either 2 or 3 or 4 games, I think. Played some indie games this week. It's been really fun getting back to streaming. I was actually, when you were gone, I was saying that the game I was playing yesterday, I got soft locked. But
I read your Reddit post.
About it. Yeah.
Because you know we use the same account, so you got someone replied, and I was like, "What is this?" Like,
wait, you did?
Yeah, you should really clean some of that up.
Wait, somebody replied? I didn't see that.
They replied and just said, "I don't know the answer. I have the same problem." Is basically what it was.
Oh, okay. Well, I got in touch with one of the devs, so I don't know if they'll be able to do anything because it's like a really weird situation. But luckily, I was streaming, so I sent them the clip of what happened. But it feels like something they won't really be able to. Like, I think I'm just going to be screwed, but we'll see.
That's the worst, man.
Yeah.
I hate that when that happens.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, it's been fun watching. I like the one you were playing with the princess. And
that was really good.
I actually am going to take that premise and use it slightly differently for a D&D arc. Not arc, but like a story detail of like generically... Cool. Here's someone you need to go kill, and they're presumably defenseless. And if you don't, it will mean the end of many things.
The end of the world.
The end of the world.
How much of the game did you see?
Probably about 45 minutes, and then I had to step away. So, how long was it?
That's a good question. I think it was like 3 to 4 hours. But it's one of those games where, I'm sure you could tell from if you watched that much of it, where like different choices are going to lead to different things. So I think there's like lots of different endings.
Yeah, it's like Goosebumps.
Yeah, yeah.
So
The ending I got took about 3 or 4 hours, I think.
okay, cool.
But it was good. I'd recommend it.
And
for
is
any
there
guys
like,
out there?
like the old win back days? Is there a
Oh, yeah.
good ending versus like a bad ending, or?
I think so, but it might be a matter of perspective as well. It's a very like thought-provoking game. Although one of the achievements is literally called the good ending. So, but I don't know if I think that's kind of tongue in cheek because I don't think they're really making like a moral judgment. But
Yeah.
it might be what you think to be is the good ending, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. The world ends. You fail. The devs are like, I've seen y'all's Reddit history. This is for the best. This is the good ending.
Exactly.
So did I tell you the story about the guy who he posted like a meme on Reddit and then shared it on LinkedIn to like make fun of Reddit? I tell you that
I don't
story?
think so.
This guy who I'm connected, which if you're not familiar with LinkedIn, everybody, it's a business, social media, and you're not friends with people, you're connected, but it's the same concept. So someone I'm connected with posted, and it's a feed like anything else, but he posted like a joke he made on Reddit, like making fun of Reddit, and then he reshared it on LinkedIn to be like, look at everybody that I trolled, basically. You're kind of just like, what are you doing, man? Well, he had like his user account, like the post that he made. So I was curious. So I clicked on it because I was like, I wonder like what subreddits he's on. All porn. Only and all porn. And not like I can't believe I'm describing it this way. Not like typical porn. I mean like adventurous, like eccentric porn. Where I was like, ooh.
Oh, no.
And I didn't know him well enough to be like, hey bro, maybe like delete this. It was kind of like when you're witnessing someone's like, whatever's happening and you don't want to say anything. But I did notice a few days later his entire history had been deleted. So I assume at some point someone clued him in and was like, but
yikes.
Yeah. Anyway, there's my random story for the day. Careful when you post your Reddit history, by the way.
Yeah.
So I went through that a little bit myself, not for the porn, as Imogen would say it, but I had to have a business account on Reddit, and I had coincidentally also posted on a bunch of video game ones. And so I had this marketer who I was working with, and I had ended up needing to share my Reddit account. And I was like, hey, by the way, you should know I'm a huge gamer. So most of the content there is on various video game subreddits. She was like, okay. So anyway.
You're one of those.
Yeah. So anyway. So you playing some indie games? Are you is the kick gonna continue?
I just happen to have like a lot of extra time at the start of this week. I would like for it to continue, but it definitely won't continue at the pace it's been going. But like, cause I've played, like I said, I think 4 different games this week already. But I do want to make streams a more regular thing in general. So
because you have a pretty busy schedule with your other channel, like producing content for that, and then not to mention this fall. Are you prepping yourself? I
don't know how much. I think
we talk bread and butter on the channel. I mean, this is you can't not do it.
I know. I'm not gonna not do it, but I think I might have to change the format. To be more like what I do on the other channel.
Yeah. Okay.
Because there's I spend so much editing and it's still not good.
It's good.
On the old editing. Legend of Vox Machina.
I always really liked it. What do I know though?
I mean, I do my best for somebody that doesn't know what they're doing, but I think I'll either have to change the format or I don't know, maybe look into how much hiring an editor costs. But it's weird though, because I feel like the editor would have to also have like a deep knowledge of CR.
I hired an editor for my business podcast, and the only silver lining was she ran a business. So like she kind of understood the things that I would want her to cut. But it still wasn't, there were too many like mistakes. Like there was like too much of an approach that didn't really work for me. And so it came to a point where I was like, I should just be doing this myself, which is now what I do again. But
Right.
I don't know. It is a big time commitment for you. I know that. I know you retreat into your editing hole for 2 weeks.
So we'll see. I mean, we're definitely going to do something. It might just be slightly different than the previous way.
Yeah. Elitist Jake says he's down to help if you want some extra help. That's the other awkward thing, like when a friend offers and you're like, and then you start like to work together and you're just like, ooh, I don't know. We're like stuck together now, How do I let this person down easy?
Kind of like me and you.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. It's like, ooh. So anyway. Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot what we were talking about.
The new WoW raid in Cataclysm released last night. So there's that.
What is it? Which one was it?
Bastion of Twilight, which I think we did together back in the day. Or maybe it was just me, Chris, and Daniel. I don't remember. Bastion of Twilight, Blackwing Descent, which is Nefarian and Onyxia fight.
That's right.
And then Bastion of Twilight is Cho'Gall. And then like Throne of the Four Winds, which is like the platforms you jump across and you fight the big air elemental.
I do remember doing those, but I don't really remember playing Kata.
We quit. We realized we were really bad, and so we did like 2 weeks of those raids, and then we just quit the entire game.
Okay, maybe that's what it was.
So, anyway,
because what were we playing then? Horde or Alliance?
I don't remember. We swapped so much.
We swapped a lot. I don't remember that era at all. The next era, besides like the classic kind of era that I remember, is when you and I made pandas.
Yes, in MOP.
Yeah, that was fun.
Which is the next one slated.
Yeah.
So could be a time to go back.
I don't know. They've said they're going to do MOP.
They haven't, but I personally would have a hard time playing it since I'm doing like the remix version of it right now, which is like
true.
MOP on turbo mode. So anyway, but what else is top of mind? Let's see. We're actually a little bit past our time. Let's get to the one question that if we don't address, we might have an issue. So let me pull it up. We missed it last week, unfortunately. I missed it last week. I didn't see it. I saw it, but I forgot about it. This came from the prize. And the prize asked, I had it up front in front. Pate DeRollo, Bodie and Ropey, and Mr. with the poop gun. Which is the funniest? How do you want to do this on the BBEG?
Well, funniest might change my answer. I originally just instantly picked Pate because he is a king that deserves everything in the world and more, and I want him to have that moment.
You stand villains. I remember you stand villains.
Are you calling Pate a villain?
There's a little. I'm kind of with Ashton at this point.
He's a sweet prince. Okay,
he's a little bit of a Delilah inspired familiar, I think.
No, okay, don't put that evil on Pate. He's a precious soul.
Okay. I'll remember this as he's standing over the body of Bell's Hells.
He'll be the one to save Laudna. Just mark my words. But funniest would probably be Bodhi and Ropey. But I'm still giving it to Pate.
Any like add on to that, or you just think it'd be the funniest, or
I mean, just because they're like inanimate objects,
Sure.
I don't know.
It gets like really dark as like Ropey like strangles the first, like ooh.
Ties you to the boat and sinks it to the bottom of the ground.
Funniest for me would be Mr. I think with the poop gun. I just envision like this epic, like climactic moment, and then Mr.'s like, with like the poop gun, taking the final shot, the kill shot.
It would be good.
So
that's how we take lewdness out.
Yeah, sniper shot, 800 yards. So anyway. Well, maybe we're 40 minutes past. Maybe we dive into our CR discussion. How do you feel about that?
Sure.
Okay. I mean, we don't have, I can't tell if you're like indifferent or like.
No, I'm easy. I'm down.
Okay, cool. Well, so here's what I'll do, everybody, just for like simplicity of like organization on our end. I'm going to end the stream and then I'm going to restart the stream. So don't go anywhere. I don't know if you have to click on a new link, but if you do, I'll put it in the Discord. So I will be